Hey guys, Crazy Ace here, back with another Smite tutorial. The first one I did was Hunters, as you know, and this will be the second one. This time I'm going to do Mages, and I'm going to do who I saw a lot. Alright. And that would be somewhere down here. Yeah, this is. He's a big part of the meta right now. You'll see him a lot. I mean, you always see Yanis a lot, but he's like really big in the meta right now. But anyways, in this tutorial, we're gonna look over the mage items and which ones you're gonna see a lot, which ones are really good. Kind of show you how certain things affect them. But anyways, let's start off with obviously the most obvious is starter item. Plus 25 bonus ability damage, plus 2 MP5 per 10% missing mana. Girl quest is mid. Kill or assist lane minion or enemy gods to gain stacks. Lane minions are worth 1 stack. Enemy gods are worth 5 stacks. At 75 stacks, Mage Blessing involves gain 10% cooldown reduction. Well, fuck me. This item is just as bad or maybe even worse than Hunter's Blessing, alright? It's like another thing that you're probably never going to be seeing sold. It's not going to be sold. It's just that good. Alright, but anyways. With the Mage's Blessing. Let's not talk about this. I don't know. What the hell? Okay, you know what? Never mind. Just leave it be. It's not there. It's not there. Alright. Anyways, let's get into the items. Yes, that's good. First, we're going to start with Lost Artifact. The first one is Doom Orb. Gotta talk straight with you guys for a second here. Doom Orb is never going to be good. I'm sorry to tell you. It's never been good, never will be good. Mostly because you lose stacks. And that's... Well, actually, I think they got rid of that, but still. It wasn't a good item before, anyways. Next is Ratahude. And it gives 150 magical power and plus 30 MP5. Its passive is you gain 25 additional magical power. Yeah! Against targets below 50% health. Well, now, I see we're playing it dirty here, High Res. I see we're playing dirty, eh? Raw Duty's probably not going to be a need item anymore. Only for characters that can, like, blast. Unlike Yanis. Yanis isn't very good blast. He's kind of got one skill that can mess people up. You know? He only has one skill that will really mess people up.
Get through this.
This skill can sure mess people up, but doesn't mess them up that bad. Anyways, next item is Cronus Pendant. It gives plus 100 magical power, plus 25 MP5, and plus 20% cooldown reduction. One little thing I want to say on Yanis is he's really like a big mage right now because they increased the jungle size. And as you know, his ultimate can, well, run laps around the map. You know.
The way is open.
Just, show you real quick here. Oh, wait a second. Did I go through the whole map? That blew me up too. It is.
Watch your step.
Okay. No, y'all saw that. Oh no.
Get through this.
Yeah, get through this. Hey. anyways, I'm done talking about Yanis now. What the fuck? Okay, now Cronus Suspended is plus 100 magical power, plus 25 MP5, and plus 20% cooldown reduction. Its passive is every 10 seconds. Dependent activates, subtracting 1 second from all of your abilities currently on cooldown. The initial countdown will not start until you leave the fountain. Yeah, that little part on there. Just be annoying. Okay, I see how you could play it. I see you. Next is Tiny Trinket. There's Pythagoras' piece, which is, I'm not gonna lie, I use this on tanks all the time, and you will see this more on tanks now, especially because wonderful, wonderful item, and it's really the only thing that can keep. It's really gonna be the only item that I think that makes tanks worthwhile. Most of their other items don't really make much sense anymore. Like, say, Gauntlet of Thebes and Heart Wards and stuff, because he gives protections, and what's the point if all the protections are just gone, you know what I mean? Anyways, let's keep going. Really good tank item. Mage. It could be used on Mage, but probably not going to see it much, at least. Next is Bancraft's Talon. It gives plus 100 magical power, plus 15% magical lifesteal, and plus 150 mana. Its passive is you gain additional magical power and lifesteal scaled from missing health. This caps at 100 power and 20 lifesteal at 25% health. What this means is you have 200 power at 25% health and 35% magical lifesteal. That means if you're playing a newbie, well, the other person's just falling. But get this, is not even as bad as the next item. Oh. Your healing attained from magical lifesteal is increased by 50%. Your magical power is increased by the amount of magical lifesteal you have. This just makes the Bancraft's Talon and Typhoon thing, makes you basically unkillable. Alright? You get so much magical lifesteal no matter who you are. If you're a noobis, especially, just rip. It's done. It's over for you. It's just so... so bad. Next is Druid Stone. Nope. All tank items. Nope. Tank items. Alright, now we're at Magic Focus. First we have up is Divine Rune. The other team has a lot of healing. This is a good one, but if not, not really. Gets plus 8 magical power, plus 15 magical penetration. And, oh wait, shut up, game. And if enemies hit by your abilities, have 40% reduced healing and regeneration for 8 seconds. So it's really good if they have healing, but if not, don't worry about it. I want to. Yeah. Alright, Spear of the Magus. Your damaging abilities reduce your target's magical protections by 10. Alright. I closed. Alright, you know what? Okay. No, let's not try that again. Okay, it gives plus 65 magical power, plus 15 magical penetration. Your damaging abilities reduce your target's magical protections by 10 for 5 seconds. Saying this right now, not needed. Spear of Desolation, plus 100 magical power, plus 15 magical penetration, plus 10% cooldown reduction. If you receive a kill or an assist on enemy god, all of your cooldowns are reduced by 1 second. This is great if if your team's like really snowballing, it's a great item. If it's not snowballing, then it's a horrible item. There's nothing really more to say about Spear of Desolation. Obsidian Shard. Here's the baby. Oh, look at him. He's so cute. It gives plus 60 magical power. But catch the passive, right? Your magical damage ignores 20% of the target's magical protection. If the target has over 40 magical protections, this effect scales up to ignore a larger percentage of their protection. This caps at 45% magical penetration and 175 or more magical protections. Buy this item, please. I heard a lot of people saying that Obsidian Shard wasn't all that great. The new Obsidian Shard and Titan's Bane is what broke tanks. They're just not viable anymore. Alright, next is Uncommon Staff. We're going to start with Gem of Isolation. Wonderful item. Wonderful item. Yanis, can't really get much off of it, but people who can like really just like Anubis would be really good with it, so like people couldn't escape him after the wrap is over. They'd be slowed so they couldn't move after the wrap is over, and they just die. You know what I mean? I mean, they most likely die anyways, but you know. Ha. This Ethereal Staff. Alright, I forgot to go over. Okay. Gem of Isolation. Plus 90 magical power, plus 250 health, and plus 10% crowd control reduction. Its passive is enemies hit by your damaging abilities will move 25% slower for 2 seconds. Ethereal Staff. Not really the best item. For mages, at least. They're already one shot. I don't really see why they need more damage. Anyways, Ethereal Staff gives plus 90 magical power, plus 200 health, and plus 20% crowd control reduction. Your abilities deal an additional 3% of the target's maximum health as 2 damage. If the target has over 2,000 health, your abilities deal bonus damage. Scales up. This effect reaches a maximum of 10% maximum health damage at 2,750 health. Now, I'm not gonna lie, whenever I'm playing Warrior, I usually hit like 3,000. I play Warriors with a lot of health. That's how my items usually just rack up, you know? But anyways. Mages, not really good staff. I mean, not really good item. I mean, it's a staff, but you know what I mean, alright? Rada Auskips. I don't know. I don't know how to say it. I'm not gonna lie, I don't know how to say it. Good item if you're Aphrodite, or Chang'e is okay. I don't think Sylvanas is a good pick for it though, because Sylvanas just doesn't heal enough. It doesn't heal enough that it's important enough to replace a whole support item. It's my personal opinion, but I mean, you do your own, you know. It gives plus 75 magical power, plus 250 health, and plus 10% move speed. And allied gods within 70 units. 70! Have their healing increased by 10%. If you are in combat, their healing is increased by an additional 10%. Wonderful item again. Wonderful. Warlock Staff. It gives 75 magical power, plus 200 health, and plus 400 mana. Its passive is you permanently gain plus 4 health and plus 0.6 magical power per stack and receive 5 stacks at God kill and 1 stack per Continue kill, and max at 100 stacks. That makes this a really strong item, I'd say. That gives plus 60 magical power. Yes, that's how much it gives you. which would end out at 135 magical power. That's a very high power item. And then there's also the plus 4 health times 100, which is 400, which would mean this gives you 600 health. Yeah, well, let's go. let's go to the next item. Yeah, these are those. Next is boots. Pen boots, always. I can see where you get Shoes of Focus. I get Shoes of Focus on tanks a lot. If you're like a really cooldown mage, like say you're Opwash, Shoes of Focus, I can see you getting Shoes of Focus, but you most likely always could get Shoes of Magi. Reinforced shoes on mages, no, please stop, you're disgusting. Traveler's shoes, no, especially if you're Yanis, you already have a movement speed buff, you don't need it. Ew, get out of here. Okay, now we got to the real items. Emerald Ring. Starting off with Demonic Grip, gives plus 50 magical power and plus 30% attack speed and plus 7% movement speed. These are the items that make the another mage that I've seen a lot too in Season 5, which is Freya. I've also seen her Bandle a lot, so anyways. Your basic attacks reduce your target's magical protections by 12% for 3 seconds, and it maxes at 3 stacks. Not a very effective ring, because they're gone. No, wrong one. So let's go to the other item. It's not really that good of an item. There, we got that. I'll clean that straight. Okay, good. Telekine's Ring. Gives plus 70 magical power, plus 20% attack speed, and plus 10% movement speed. Passive is your basic attacks deal bonus damage of 10 plus 5% your magical power. This effect does not hit structures. Aww. This new passive is why you see so much Freya. Holy beep. Okay. Wow, that's dumb. Shaman's Ring. Plus 80 magical power, plus 10% movement speed. Dealing 100 damage to enemy gods gives you a stack. At 50 stacks, Shaman Rings evolve, getting a new passive. This new passive makes your damaging abilities debuff enemies, causing them to take 10% additional damage from all your damage sources for 5 seconds. I'm pretty sure this can affect with teammates too, so it's a really good team item. Both you and your team. I'm not sure. You have to test that out. Next is Hasten Ring. You get 50 magical power, plus 25% attack speed, and plus 7% movement speed. Passive is hitting an enemy god with a basic attack grants haste for 6 seconds, causing you to be immune from basic attack movement penalty. And its cooldown is 25 seconds. Sorry, guys. Freya, you're gonna see this a lot. So very sorry, guys. Alright. You guys see this on Freya. Again, so very sorry, guys. You guys see this on Freya, not really anyone else. Cronus can do basic attacks, but he's probably not going to have haste in ring. I don't think, at least. Then also that might be a thing with his passive. He just gets haste in ring and such, and you know, that's fun time. Yeah, I can see that happening actually. That could be a new strat for Cronus. It'd be awful interesting. I might even try it. Next is Spellbook. First we're gonna have Book of Thoth. I know y'all have been waiting for this one. You wanna know how much damage does Book of Thoth give you? Well, it can't be calculated actually. Every different mage has a different mana cap, and then this gives you mana. And then there's other items that give you mana. So really, It's over 9,000. There you go. You're welcome. I told you. Alright, in all serious, guys, though, you can't really calculate Book of Thoth because of different builds, really, and different gods and such. So you'd have to make a build on your own on a specific god and then calculate it. But anyways, still a good item. It'll give you a lot of damage, extra damage, because it gives you 3% of your mana is converted to magical power, and that's actually like a lot for mages, because mages have a lot of mana. I mean, just look at mine. Just oh. I got fast again. Oh, took it away. He's immune.
A new threshold.
Yeah, let's get him.
Get through this. Watch your step. A new threshold.
First blood.
Alright, yeah, we got it, guys. Alright, there we go.
But yet the night is the darkest.
Anyways, next is Polynomicon. You're gonna see this on Freya. Cronus attack speed build, you're probably gonna see it. It's a very good item for those characters because of how much extra damage it gives you just for activating the attack speed buff. It's dumb. And like all you have to do is hit the first one. You know, here's what you gotta do for Cronus. Activate the attack damage bonus. Auto attack damage bonus, right? And then stun them. Boom. You got one hit. You try to get the first hit, miss. It's okay because you still got that stun. Boom. Now you got a giant hit. I can actually really see this being a thing. Cronus attack speed build. I actually get to test that out after I'm done making these videos. Anyways, next is Soul Reaver. Soul Reaver, good item. Gods take damage from abilities. They take 10% of the maximum health and additional true damage. This can only occur once every 40 seconds. It's an extremely good item. It's just damages so much, and it's got 120 magical power on top of the 10% health that people just lose. And then there's the 300 mana. It's just really, it's just cancer, pure cancer. All right, there's Book of the Dead. They turned it into more of a save me item. Mages don't need to be saved; they just blast the hell out of you. So really, I don't think it's that good of an item, but to your own accord, you know. Book of the Dead gives you 100 magical power, 200 health, 200 mana. The passive is if you drop below 50% health, gain a shield equal to 25% of your current mana. This shield lasts 6 seconds. This effect can only occur once every 90 seconds. Alright, well that's all the items for mages, at least for the most part. You guys feel free to leave down in the comments what you think. I mean, I really want to know. Actually, you know what? Before I make the next video, I'm going to test out that whole Cronus thing. Bot match. That'll be interesting. Alright, well anyways. After I'm done playing around with Cronus, I'll make another video on Assassins and then the Guardians and the Warriors. Alright? See you guys in the next 3 videos.